Hey YouTube, it's Jay. I'm on my way out to the range right now. Going to do a quick checkup on the bees. It is November 20th at 11:54 EST right now, and the current temperature is 57 degrees. So kind of a rule of thumb is if the temperature is over 40, the bees are going to be somewhat active, and if you need to get into the hive, you can, as long as you don't keep it open for an extended amount of time. And so I'm going to do just a real quick health check, and I've got some spacers and bee candy that my Aunt Joanne and I made. Joanne was the wife of my uncle Bruce, and Bruce was the one who got me into bees, so I've been helping Joanne out, her and Adam some. And so I'm on my way out there to check that out, and we'll do a quick health check and see how things are looking. Talk to you soon. So to give you a quick idea of what we're doing here, this is not about digging around in the hives or anything. This is just about basically feeding them and doing a check. Do I still have bees in the hive? So when I pop the lids, I'm gonna do a quick check. Do I have bees? Are the bees good? If they are and the situation is good, I'm gonna put a piece of parchment paper down, put the bee candy on it, put a spacer on, put the inner cover back on, and then the outer cover. So that's the whole process right there, and it should be a pretty quick process. It's warm enough today that the bees are out flying around a little bit, so that's good. So this isn't going to be really damaging them. Like I said, right now I think it's mid 50s, and so I've got bees flying and doing stuff out here. So that's kind of the plan. All right, so let's get started. Got my spacer, wax paper, and candy. This is one of the Saskatraz hives. So they usually get a lot smaller in the winter, so I'm expecting this top hive body to be basically empty. Yeah, don't see a whole lot of activity there. There's one bee on that. Looking down through there, I don't really see anything in here that would be of interest. So let's separate these two. Yep, whole bunch of bees right there. Awesome. You guys should be able to see that. So, healthy colony. So I'm just going to set this right back on there. Line it up. Get my spacer. And this is just to have room to put the candy on it. I need to paint these spacers, but I was in a hurry, so shame on me for not being all prepared. Throw this down on there. Get out the candy. Now, if you guys are interested, I got this recipe from the Honey and Bee Connection. We can talk about that at some point. Now, the bees have some food stores, extra food stores if they want it. Put the inner cover back on. And my outer cover, and that hive is done. On to the next one. This one is the one that I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but if you watch some of the other videos, this was supposed to be a Saskatraz hive. Put the Saskatraz queen in, they killed it because there was already a queen. So this is the old, from the old batch of bees that I have. They're usually a little bit more aggressive, so let's see what happens here. And I got all kinds of bees right up here in the top. So that's a good sign. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna pop this top. They're not gonna be happy, but I'm gonna pop it anyway and put this candy on it and close it right back up. Maybe if I'm slow, they won't get too mad at me. There we we go. Now it is winter, so they are a bit more docile. They don't have a whole lot of issues, but here they come. They're not a fan of this. Set that down there. Set this candy kind of over here where they didn't have so many bees kind of collected up there. Set that right there. So I had to go get my parchment paper and bee candy. Got all that now, so got my spacer here. Let's see what happens. Pop that open. Nothing. I could see the bees, so that's good. But again, I'm expecting this to be very, very small. Yep. There we go. I would expect that to be typical of this breed of bees. That's just a big ball of bees, top to bottom, in the hive. Lay that out there. Now the idea behind this candy is if they need something else to eat and they can't get out, they've got it available to them. That's it. They may or may not eat it. It's made out of mostly pollen with sugar syrup and some honey vitamin or bee vitamins, honeybee vitamins. So there you go. Hive number 4. This was just regular hive, nothing special about it, not Saskatraz, not anything. It's a little cattywampus. Let's see what we got. Not seeing a whole lot of bees in there. Yeah, there we go. They're in there. Just down a little lower. And just like that, as soon as I popped that off, one of those bees immediately came up and just banged right up against my veil. Just goes to show different bees have different levels of aggression. So this hive has plenty of stuff in there, but again, just in case, I'm going to throw that on there. All right, next hive. Let's see here, what do we got? This had fresh brood and everything on 7/15. They were doing good. Let's see what happens here. Pop this. I got bees. This was not a Saskatraz hive. So, plenty of bees in there. Piss them off real good. And that's why I'm wearing the suit today. Because man, they're pinging my head hard. They don't like that. It's alright. This one was another one that was just queen right, didn't need Saskatraz queen, so it's probably going to be much like the other bunch there, maybe a little aggressive. We got some activity. There we go, nice little bundle of bees there. I'm going to sit this down right over here. Kind of moving that up and down so if there's a bee underneath it, they can move before I just squash them. And that's it. So yeah. They're doing well. They're probably like, hey, cover me up. I'm getting cold. Oh, got the spacer. All right. Next one. This is a Saskatraz hive. So they should be pretty calm. It's one of the benchmarks, or kind of the selling points of having the Saskatraz bees, is they're very, very gentle. There they are. Look at how small that little group is. Hopefully you can see that. See how small that group of bees is right down there? I mean, they're top to bottom on the frame. So it's not just that tiny little ball of bees. There are bees all the way down to the bottom of the frame, bottom of the hive. But it's just these breed of bees get small during the winter months. Got that. Another very strong hive this fall. They appear to be still just getting it, so that's good. That is a great big hive right there. A great big hive. Now what I don't know is if they are on both boxes or just the top box. I'm going to bet they're just on the top box. But we're gonna, another good looking hive. Just gonna throw that on there. Make sure it's inside. I've got some bees under this paper right here. I'm trying to get them to move. There we go. They're good to go. Let's pop this one. Yeah, that's another good looking hive for the winter. Out of the way there. Okay, so that's it for this little trip. Again, November 20th, and it's mid-50s out here. The bees are really pretty calm, not a whole lot happening. They're out flying around a little bit. I've got bees in all the hives, so that's about all you can expect. I strongly encourage you to stay out of your hives in the winter until it's a warm day like today for the winter. When it's, you know, high 50s, you're fine. I wouldn't keep the hives open too long. But when it starts getting cold, leave them alone. And what I mean by that is, this is the first time that I've been out here in probably a month and a half, maybe 2 months. um, other than just to refill the bucket feeders down there. All I've done is just kind of come in and look to see if anything had knocked over my hives or if my hives were still standing. That was it. This is the first time I've opened the hives since right after we harvested the honey. The bees need their time to recuperate. It's, you know, their summer and their spring and summer is long and hard for them. And so they need this time to recuperate and rest and kind of draw down and consume honey and get ready for the next season. So I don't mess with the bees at all. The next time I kind of crack one of the hives open will probably be March, maybe. I'm thinking probably by mid-April we're going to be full on growth mode. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 hives that I'm going to split with this new OTS method, which basically means I'm going to pull the queen out and give the queen to somebody and separate the hives out and use those to do just honey production. So I should have 5 or 6 hives that are just doing nothing but making honey for the first 2 or 3 months while they're waiting for a new queen to show up. And then they'll get a new queen and they'll start doing their thing. And then those bees that I split off, I will sell. So I'm not interested in having any more hives at this point, any more colonies. I've got 10. They seem to be doing okay. We'll see how they come out of this spring, or come out of the winter season and into the spring. If everything picks up and everything goes well, then I should be good to go and shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, that's it for today. And you guys know the deal. If you like what you're seeing, if you find this stuff useful, excuse me, you know, hit the like and subscribe button, and you know, hit the bell so you get all the notifications, right? Make the bees famous. Talk to you soon.